Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a feel on this 4-week-old set of nails. So as you can see, all of the bling is still on and no lifting at all, and they just still look so good. So the first thing that we're going to do is just go in with a pair of nippers to remove all of the bling. And even then, y'all, after 4 weeks, I still kind of struggle to get some of the bling off. As you guys know, I use the Soleil nail adhesive and it works really well for me. Now I'm going to go in with my extra coarse safety drill bit, and I'm just going to go in and remove the gel polish and gel top coat. So we're just going to file all of the nails going around the cuticle area, filing the entire nail and then the sides as well. Again, this is just to get rid of the gel polish. And as always, I am using the Scarlet Melody Susie nail drill, which I've been using since June of 2019, so it's lasted me a pretty good time and I use it every day, so I highly recommend it. And I do have a promo code, which is Natali, but I'll be sure to leave all of that information down below. And then also I want to mention that whenever you are doing this, you want to make sure that you keep your drill moving at all times. You don't want to leave it in one spot for too long because it's going to cause friction and it's going to cause your nail to, or your client's nail to burn. And then also I am using it at 10,000 RPMs whenever I'm doing this. After removing the gel polish, I just dust the nails off, and then now I'm going in with a cuticle pusher, and this is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. So make sure that you push those cuticles back, and you can use any type of cuticle pusher just as long as it can be disinfected or thrown away. Next, I'm going in with a 180 sanding band, and I'm using the e-file at 5,000 RPMs during this step. And we're just going to file the natural nail to get rid of any of the shine that's on there. You guys know that our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils happen to be on our nail beds, which is why they're shiny. So we just have to go in and gently file away that shine, making sure that we get as close as we can to the cuticle area because that's where your lifting will come from. After this, we're just going to dust the nails off, and then we're going to start with the acrylic application. Alrighty, so I dust the nails off, and then now I'm going to go in with the primer. And this is the JC Beauty Concepts primer. We're just applying that on the natural nail. And this is going to help the acrylic adhere better to the nail so you won't get any lifting. And then after that, we're going to go in with the JC Beauty Concepts Cover Blush Acrylic. I'm going to place that first bead closer to the cuticle area. And this is my actual real speed right here. So you guys see I placed it down, pat it down, and very, very gently I brush it down towards the tip to blend it in. I'm going to go in and clean around the cuticle area, but making sure that whenever you are brushing the acrylic down that you're super gentle. If you brush too hard, you're going to be brushing that product off the nail. So I placed another bead right in the middle, and remember that when you're applying acrylic, you want to make sure that you're constantly looking at the nail from different angles. That way you know exactly where to add product, because the most important thing is making sure that you have a good apex, which is at the back of the nail, like kind of like in the middle but closer to the back. And that is going to make sure that you have strength, so that way if you were to hit your nail on something, your nails won't break. Because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen some people's nails and they're like super thin, and then they break off really easily and you could really hurt your natural nail. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys another not another look, but the next nail. So I placed it down, same thing, as close as I could to the cuticle area, but not to where it's on the skin. Then I pat it down and then brushing it down towards the tip, going around the cuticle area with the very tip of your brush, and then just steady brushing it down. Remember, when you're brushing it down, it's almost like a feathering type of stroke, like very, very gently. And then again, after you place your bead around the cuticle area, just look at the nail from different angles, mostly from the side, so you know exactly where you need to add more product. You know, it could be that your apex is not thick enough, or that you know that your tip is too thin, so just go in and add a little bit more, like I said, when it's needed. So we're going to do the same thing on the rest of the nails. So it's really all just the same process. Like when you're learning how to do nails, it's going to be the same steps every time. It's just a matter of, you know, practicing and doing it over and over and over again until, you know, you perfect your craft. But it's going to take some time and a lot of practice and patience and dedication. But like I said, the steps are going to always be the same. Our goal is to have a nice apex and thickness at the tip. That way the nails do not break off. And then also make sure that when you're working, especially if you're a beginner, I usually suggest using a smaller brush. That way you can actually control your product and you're not grabbing too much to where it's all over the skin. So definitely recommend that. And then also, as you guys know, I've been using the JC Beauty Concepts acrylic system, which honestly, it has like cut down on my time. I feel like I'm able to work even faster with this one. And I know a lot of people have been complimenting my application, but it's just like made everything so much easier. So definitely recommend this brand 100%. And I do have a promo code for them as well, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. And then also, I forgot to mention that as always, I am using the number 10 alpha brush, and I'll leave that down below as well. Okay, so y'all, like, look how good they look. They just look so smooth and so flawless. So anyways, now we're gonna go in and just reshape the nails. So of course they're already that coffin shape, but after 4 weeks of wearing the nails, they kind of get a little worn out on the sides or the corners. So we just have to go in and redefine that shape. And as always, going in on the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle, making sure that you watch your angle, because any little like if you tilt your file over even just slightly or down, it will round off your corners and you're not going to get that perfect coffin shape that you want. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the fine ceramic drill bit, and we're gonna file all of the nails starting around the cuticle area, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. And this is my actual speed. Whenever I am doing this, I use my drill at 10,000 RPMs. But as always, just use it at whatever speed you feel comfortable using it at. But I'm going to do the same thing on all of the nails. And make sure that whenever you're doing this, that you get, like I always say, get as close as you can to the cuticle area, because that's where your lifting will come from. You don't want to leave any gaps between the natural nail and the acrylic, because any moisture that gets trapped underneath is going to cause the nail to lift, and that is where about 80% of your lifting will come from, is from not filing around the cuticle area correctly. Now, I know whenever I first started, I felt like I was doing everything right, but I know for a fact that I wasn't doing this how I should have been doing it, because I was too scared that I was going to cut someone with the e-file. So just be careful. You know, the only way to get better is by practicing. So pick it up as often as you can, and just, you know, give it a try. And then also, I do want to point out that, as you guys can see, every time I'm using my e-file, I hold the side of their finger with my pinky, and it just gives me a lot of stability. I know the other day I was thinking about it when I was doing one of my clients' nails, and I was like, you know, I thought to mention that in my video about me holding the side of the finger, and I was like, let me try without holding it. And y'all, like, I had no control over my file. Like, I only did it for like a split second to where I let go, and y'all, like, I most likely would have cut my client if I would have kept going, because I literally have no control over, you know, where, I mean, it's like I can move it, but it's not going to be very like accurate, to where if I aim for the cuticle area, I might just nip the cuticle. So make sure that you're doing that as well. I know different things work for different people, but this definitely works for me whenever I'm doing this. It helps with not being so heavy-handed as well. And like I said, it just helps, it kind of guides you. Like whenever I hold my pinky there, I'm able to like guide my other fingers, you know, like around the cuticle, if that makes sense. But you know, just make sure that you pay attention to that as well. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the buffer, and this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So make sure that you buff those nails really, really good. Alrighty, so I'm wiping the nail off with an alcohol wipe to get any of that dust off the nails. And then next we're going to go in and we're going to keep this one pretty simple. So I'm just going in with the color Lemon Juice by D&D. It's been a while since I used this one, y'all. But this is a Lemon Juice by D&D, and we're just gonna do the sides kind of like in a little triangle. So just going from the side wall all the way down towards the tip, like right in the middle, and doing that on both sides. And we're gonna do that on all of the nails. And then we are gonna come in and do a second coat of this as well. And then this small nail art brush that I'm using will be on my website. I know it's been taking me longer than expected, y'all, but it is coming. I'll be sure to post about it here by the end of this week, if not at the beginning of next week. Alright, so I'm going in with a second coat now, and then as always, we're curing each coat for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go in with my dotting tool and I'm going to draw a little cherry. So with my dotting tool, I just went in and did 2 circles, and then I'm going to go in with a like forest green gel polish, and I'm just going to draw the little stem, and I'm going to do 2, well, like this one and then another one on this finger, and then I'm going to do the Madame Glam gel top coat on the rest of the nails, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other hand on the ring finger as well, and then top coat on all of them. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really pretty, and I am definitely loving that cover blush acrylic with that neon color. It just looks so good together. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GetNail32, and I will see you guys next time.